is a Town Dog. Now I'm back. Flight Simulator X multiplayer, and I'm on OBS and YouTube live stream. Just started up. Let me see if I can get it where I can see it now. A few minutes to make sure everything works. It hasn't moved into here yet. Give it a few minutes. Let me check this one here. I do have it there, but not there yet. Oh, it hasn't come through yet. Give it another minute too. Yeah, it does. It's way over here. Changes positions. All right, it is up and running. Now let me just a minute. Changes positions. All right, it is up and running. Now let me just a minute. Changes positions. All right, I'm back now. Get this out of my way here. There we go. Get TeamSpeak where I can see a little of it. There we go, right there. Right there, that's it right there. We are on, okay, we're on the node. We're on there on multiplayer. Everything's fine. I'm ready to go. All right, I'm here, sitting here at Area 51. Now, that big old place got spooks and everything else. I haven't been able to find it. I've been looking for them all night. Walked around these mountains and stuff, kicking around, and there ain't nothing out here. I think they're pulling my leg about them little green men. I didn't see nothing that wasn't smoking out the ears. Anyway, we can try to get away from here and get this thing. Now, what I got in mind here is making me a flight from here to Salt Lake City, which is a long flight for this little. Oh, this is a different plane too. I hadn't flew this plane in here for y'all yet. Might not be able to fly it. I mean, we're gonna try it though. Here we go right here. Now, what we got here is a little 172. It's also got. Let me get you where I change windows. Now, I don't have all the bulls I done had. There's my 2D right there. It may not be. I think that it looks like my cutout, to be honest with you, but at the same time, it looks too original to be my cutout. So I don't. If I did cut it out, I put everything back as original as I can look like. But everything on it is as it was. It works. So I probably already had this. I'm not real sure. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I got this thing. I got this thing many a year ago from over at Eastern Hops. I believe a boy, a fellow over there, they called him K9. I believe he gave me this. If you see me, K9, that's the old plane I'm flying, I do believe. And I still got it. That's been a bunch of years. Been in and out and crashed. The system's crashed and rebuilt and everything else. I put it right back. I haven't lost it. Now, this is it. Now we're going to look outside the plane. Now there's the outside of it, inside this little hangar, because you can't go around the hangar. If you go around the hangar, you end up outside, and you don't get to see very much. Is it extended all the way back? Yep, extended all the way back. Get outside the hangar here, you can't see a lot. All right, right here. Now what we're going to do, now this thing here might go crazy too, like this may be one of them that acts up on me, maybe it won't. Anyway, here's my 2D, and I'm going to turn the fuel on manually with a button just to be safe. All right, that's on. Now let's see if we get this thing going. We should be able to start them two right there. Now watch it go crazy. Oh, it worked right. Oh, me. Every time I do that, I hold my breath because I don't know what's going. I've had so many of them to go crazy jumping down. If you forget to turn that fuel on or forget to turn the magnetos on, you can hang it up. It will jump around. Now, most of them, it's just something FSX does, I guess. Plane turn flips and you can't get it out unless you restart the simulator. It ain't gonna quit doing it. You may get it to do part of it, it'll still be damaged or something wrong with it until you restart the simulator. Now, let's see if we can get this thing out the front doors. We'll get out here to the front up. The only thing wrong with this, when they pour concrete in the simulator, it never sets up. Look at them wheels, marred up in the concrete plumb to the bottom. The concrete is marred up, slap to the bottom of the concrete. Get out the door, don't you hang a wing. Yeah, once you come out, it's on top of the ground. Another guy built me one of these, and I thought it was just, his mistake, but it looked like me they all do that. If he puts it above the ground, it's going to be that deep concrete. You still set on the original surface. All right, now let's see. We need to get this thing ready to go. Like I said, I'm going from here. Let me lock the brakes on a minute. I'm going from here like this to Salt Lake City, but that's a long way for this little plane. It's not going to fly very fast, I don't think. I don't even think I got this. If I got it boosted up, it's a very little power, I think. I hope I can get 100 out of it. I'm not sure about that. But since this is 250 miles, we may stop. I've got the VOR out of here, and then we've got a VOR called Wilson Creek 11630, high altitude, and it's about a third of the way there. And I'm gonna probably go. There's not an airport at VOR, so on Delta, VOR Delta, on VOR Delta there is an airport, so we may sit down there and stop this flight and pick it back up from there to finish this flight and make it part 1, part 2 from Area 51 to Salt Lake City. Now I'm thinking seriously about going back and taking all these flights that I've got from these flights. If I go back and put them together, they start off at San Diego to here, and they're in consecutive. So I may put them together and pick up from wherever I go with Salt Lake City and start this thing to across the United States journey and put them all into one playlist. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking seriously about doing that, and just had different planes all the way, switch planes. Most of them small though. And this fly here could have stood to be a little faster plane. Hopefully I can make it to Delta. Delta's about 2/3 of the way though. That means it'd be 150, 175 miles. That's still 2.5, 3 hours probably. And we don't need that long really, but let's make this thing out to the runway if we find one. I'm gonna move to the left. I don't have any idea which runway I'm going to. Of course, I got the same pop-ups. I've been running them for years like that. It just makes it so much easier for me. And if you get the plane, you ain't got to learn all this extra new stuff. Okay. It's all the same anyway. It's got different pictures. Does the same thing. Get around this little corner and hang a left here. Should be able to find a runway out here somewhere. I see one in front of me, but ain't no taxiway from here to there. Go down this way and see if we can come across to a runway. Go down the outside here, maybe it'll come across one. I have no idea where the runways are. I'm gonna bring the flaps down a couple of clicks. How many clicks you got? 3, I think is what it's got. Yep. Right there where I want it, right there. I did use full flaps at everything, so I didn't take off short field on all of them. That means full flaps. If you're on a short field takeoff, you get them flaps down, she'll get off quicker. She might not. She'll be so slow she may be out of balance. You have to pay attention not lose it because it don't want to be in good control, but it will get off the ground quicker and get up out of whatever's out there. Now, that's a fact on my part. Whether it's right or wrong, that's the way I see it. Here we go now. Let's go across here, and I think I see a runway in front of me out here. I don't know. We go right through that other taxiway right yonder. Should put me on the runway out there somewhere. We're going like we're gonna put this thing here in the air in a few minutes. I'll set up my radios that hold short. I'll set up the first 2. I didn't check the airport at Delta, but we may find it and land on it anyway. I got the airport for Salt Lake City, but I don't know that I'm gonna fly that far today. We're just gonna see how far this goes and let it go at that. I've been trying to start this flight for 3 days, but that's alright. It ain't something I have to do, just something I sort of thought about I might want to do. I still ain't found no runways out here. Looks like another taxiway going around. Surely one of these taxiways across the runway somewhere. I could have mapped out a ground pattern to get out of here, but I didn't. Most of the time I can't even read them little taxiway signs. Yeah, I could have practiced 2 or 3 times. He drove it right out of here, but I didn't do it. You seeing me drive it out here the first time. Come on. Quit turning, plane. It turned on its own. It's not me turning it. Oh, this is what I was told would probably work better. But it don't get back very far though, does it? Oh, I got a hat too, working on the hat, but this is too close for me. It's what I was, it's as far back as I can get it. I don't like it that close. So I'm probably going to go back to my other view. This would be, maybe, it's still snappy. Well, it is that way. This way right here, I might be a little smoother, but at the same time, I'm too close to my plane to suit me, so probably not going to stay there. Alright, too close the other way. So this still does the same thing with my hat, but it's sharper. It does move quicker. I see a one-way. This taxiway, I don't think goes to it though. Not out this way. I do, yeah, it does. Right into it. Looks like, okay, maybe we did find a runway. See if we got a whole short line out here anywhere. So that might be a midfield, don't it? It don't take the full field for this little plane. It ain't as peppy as my 172 is. I got a 172 to do, probably do 400 knots. A little bit overpowered, I do believe. You take off, I can set it on the hash marks at the end of the runway, at the back end of them, look at the numbers. I can be off the ground before I get past the numbers. In that little 172, I go, whoa, I passed the marks I was gonna call. Maybe, I don't think I have no whole short line in here though. It's just a taxi, it's not an entry. We're going to enter midfield. We'll go enter midfield. Let's see what's down this way. That's a plenty runway the way you look at it. Alright. Let's lock the brakes a minute. And bring this up right here. And I'm gonna go, the first VOR was 116. 30. Right there, we'll bring it up. 630. We'll bring both of them, put both of them up. Want both the same. Well, goodness gracious. Right there. Now, the Delta VOR is 11610. They're both high altitude, so there shouldn't be any problem there. One zero. Right there. 11610. Those two right there. We'll pass the first one before we look for the second one. And we're about ready to go, I think. Let me see. We could, I don't know, we're at 4,400 feet, I think. So that's about 8,000. We got to get out of these mountains. This thing won't climb much faster than other plane did, probably. Maybe not climb as fast. Set this at about 8,000, 8,500, and we'll see what we need after that. I really don't remember or don't know. We'll make a determination some way. 85. Set this on 100. I don't know what it'll do. We'll start at 100 and go from there. Right there. Now let's pull out and line up and prepare to take off. I didn't look to see if I come in. I hope it ain't. That's the way I drive my car too. Is it a runway? It's a runway, but it sure don't look much more than a taxiway, does it? I think it's a runway. Let me look around and see what I got here. You know, I can't swear to it. Ain't no lines on it. I hate to hit this button. It makes a yeah, that's a whole long runway. That's what it is. Alright. That's for them extraterrestrials land on. It takes a long one for them. They give a green man a slick, they slide right on down the runway. Here we go. We're ready to get this thing there. What I was going to do before I took off, that's what I was waiting on. Let's get it straight down the runway. As straight as I can get. Come on now, get right. That's pretty good right there. I'm going to bring this up. Then I'm going to set heading bug right there. Now turn this back off. I don't want to really get ready for it. Here we go. Throttle slowly, a little more throttle, a little more throttle, easy forward. I don't know how much power this thing got. It may have way too much, it may not have enough. Now we're going to put a climb on it. So the little soft one will set the airspeed. And I hit him. Alright. Let's climb out this way a little ways. And we've got to leave out from here on a heading of 040. Let's bring us around where to see what 040 is. I'm not real sure about that either, but that's where I'm going to start. Right there. Now we're going to bring us around to 040 if the mountain don't get away too much. To do, we're going to have to fly around circles to get above them. Alright, we're off the ground, we get them flaps up, we don't need them no more. Probably didn't need them anyway, but I like to use them. That ain't going the right way, is it? Let's go back the other way. You can wait these mountains this way before we get up there and get tangled up. I burn around too much, I know. I look at these mountains before I worry about where I'm actually going. That's Turner quite like to go, that Turner. Looks like the lowest point at this point. But this thing's doing weird around there. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Come on around here. I'll give it, see if it takes a little more power. Yeah, I believe it is. I don't know what it'll do. If I set it on 150, it'll do all it will probably. And if it do 150, it'll do it. But I'm too slow out here at suffer. Give it full throttle till we get it in the air up where we want it. Looks like a good long ways to the mountains out this way. And that's a good thing. 05, 0. Well, come on, button. 40. Here we go. Now we already got a fuel R on. I see it lit already. I'll bring this up. And it shows me to be off a little bit on the angle. But let's go and fly this way a few minutes. But I can move back into the 040 too, but I can turn straight to the VOR since it's on. Should be the right one. And it is how far away? 90 miles to the first VOR. Sort of what I expected. It looked like about a third, and this is a 260 mile flight. 240 something, I think I did what I saw on the, I put it on flight plan, looked at it. I'm not using the flight plan, but I did pull up and look at it. I didn't even record it. I never saved it. I'm going to come on around, bring that green arrow to the top. That is Normal procedure on my part. Straight into the VOR. Whoop, the wheel blew me sideways. See it slide? Got a cross breeze there. Now I can take this right here, and it should line up. Whoa, what's wrong, one? This right here should line that bar at the same heading we're on. Right there. 2 degrees. I can't see that close really. Right there. 10 degrees off what I actually predicted. But that would have been off the VOR, and I didn't come off the VOR. I just come off the airport. And higher before you fly in that other direction before you turn, it's got a lot to do with your actual direction too. But anyway, I don't think the next one will be on this. We could test it and see. I don't think the second one will be on this. Green arrow, park south. Nope, it ain't on. Here we go. Let's fly to this one. Now we're climbing out. We haven't made 8,000 yet. The trees on the bottom of it look like the ground may be getting closer to us as we're climbing, which means the grounds are climbing also. We've got clouds. We don't want to be caught in the clouds and catch a cumulus granite out here. That'd be tough. Now let's get back in the plane. Like I said, that there is pretty well default out there. I don't see nothing really changed from normal. And it pretty well matches the other 2D. Now I did have my man sit more in front of the yoke, but when I sit in front of the yoke like that, it looked like the plane's all to one side, so I moved myself over just a little in the view. I just unbolted my seat, slid it over and bolted it back down. That way I feel better looking at the front. Oh, we got a Christian Eagle 3 substituted by de Havilland at 60G. Okay, let's see what we got going here. Lights on? I believe they are. There we go. There's one thing left. I'm pretty bad about overlighting. I'll overlight quicker than I will underlight one. You get some light and blurry, you can't see through it. Both is warning light. There we go. It's still lit. You can't see how that to land it. It's too high. If I cut the brown off and left it off of it, then I could. Probably, but we land in this one. I got it high enough. I see the red of the collar. I mean, about as high as I can stand in the seat. The more you see of that column, the more you see the ground on the ground. I must have had to try again, or another one coming in. There's 3 people in here besides me anyway. They're using that button on the yoke. Not quite as jumpy as the other way either. Don't turn as fast. That's still the same view I was running. But using the button on the yoke. I didn't know the yoke even hooked to it. That's default. I didn't set it there. I always use the keyboard for that. Have all everything I've been flying. See, I can't get it. There it is. I couldn't get it center. I got to look pretty close there. I don't know what speed we ever get to. I didn't look. Are we doing 120? That's all it'll do though, because I got still climbing. No, we're up to 8,500. Ground don't look too bad under it. We're all right. And we can check our elevations here with a piece of equipment here. Now I had to resize all my pop-ups before I started flying this plane yesterday. They're all weird sizes. The GPS was almost big as at least over a quarter of the screen. I've got it. To me, a little better looking size. Now, see, we're showing a 150-mile range, but there's Salt Lake City out in front of us, are right down on the left there. Well, we're gonna go to that first VOR right there in front of us is where we're headed. The second one is up there. Delta's up there just before you get there, I think. We'll go from Delta. We'll leave this one here. We'll leave Wilson Creek. That's what this first one is. On a heading of 045, which is only 5 degrees to the left. Look like here's 0. Well, that's why we was off 10 degrees. Another 10 would put us 025 actually. Maybe 20 degrees, 035. I'm not sure about which one of the VORs out there is it. Maybe that one. I think that's the one to the right of the 3, I believe, is the one I'm talking about for Delta, I think. Because he hadn't been back in. I think I got this thing planned. I'm not 100% sure about which one is which from here. That other number, I think, is sitting there by itself. It's too close. I wanted it closer to me. I think the other one I used it. One above the, actually to be above the 4. Ain't no 4, but the next line above the 3. And right above it. I think that's the second one we're going to, I think. And that means a very small turn to the left after you leave this one. It almost looks like it might be good. I don't know. Don't matter, as long as we get the number to go to them. On the map I could tell you, but not on this GPS. It's just a little hard to tell what you look at that. Go to here, here. Now we got this one. The other is 5 degrees the other direction. Well, that's what I had. What, 4 5? It was 5 degrees to the right. That's it right there. Right on that 3035. That VOR is the second one. Because it's 5 degrees to the right. 04 to 045. So that's what we're going to right there, the second one. That's Delta. We're going to make Delta, and I'll decide between here and there whether or not. Since I'm doing 120, we might be able to make the whole thing. That's still going to be a 2.5-hour flight. Give or take a little. And I didn't even check the fuel before I left the ground. I don't know how much it holds either. 10 gallons what we got. No, that ain't it right here. 21 gallon was probably, I don't know if that's full or not. We may be finding fuel quicker than I said. And the faster we fly, the faster it'll burn it. We are burning 10 gallons an hour. So you're looking at 2 hours, what you're looking at before I run out of fuel. That means you'll have to stop at Delta at least. If we make it to Delta. I don't know how much fuel it actually holds. It should be pretty full. I brought it in, I hadn't flown it. It should come in full. So that should be full tanks right there. I could go to both files and see, but let's just take a shot at it. We're on Delta now. Not checking it before we leave. That's your fault. Nobody else's. You're supposed to check the fuel, check it for water. And then it could quit because it got water in it if you check it. Don't believe it, ask somebody I know. It ain't funny if you lift them front wheel off the ground and it quits by the time they get off the ground. Then you prove what them fans out there is for. All they out there for is to keep pilot cool. And nothing to do with flying. Them fans out there to keep pilot cool. If you don't believe it, when they quit, watch them start sweating. Well, right here we might have an original fuel gauge. That would tell me more of what I'm looking at. Or they are down at the bottom, I think, down there. Get rid of that. Oil, fuel. Alright, we are running right at 2 tanks almost full. We was probably full when we started out. That tells me I should be alright. I can slow this thing down and go a lot further too. But if I slow down, it'll take a lot longer. But it will go further. Not just longer in the air, but further. And I can prove that right here too. I can prove that right here. That thing right there will prove what I'm talking about. Because right now, I can go 304 miles. We got enough fuel to make this trip as we ride, if I hadn't miscalculated the distance. Have 50 miles left, and I can slow down and increase that by quite a bit. I don't need to be pushing full throttle, to be honest with you. We're doing, I said 120. Where's that at? Must be behind that. Yep. It's at almost right on 120. We drop this here to 120 and it'll be exactly what it is. That won't change anything. There's 5 more down. And this should grow. But now you can't read it right now. You can't go by what it's slowing down. You gotta wait after it catches back up. After the plane slows down, the props catch back up. That's when you read it. But it's further right now already. We're about to get stabilized. See, I went up by 10 miles. It's like 10, 15 miles further right there. And I only slowed down 5. I'm going to slow down 5 more. That's what I'm going to stay. Right there. 110. That's good enough. That should climb some more. Give me more freedom. Uh-oh. Who's I got there?
Down. Hey, down.
Hello there. I'm recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm flying from Air 51 to Salt Lake City in a successful 152 on video.
Okay. I haven't flown in a while.
Okay. I've been doing a little hunting and stuff in here, and 2 or 3 other little games I was doing. Still got my truck going, my hunting, and this one. When I had the hard truck, the old hard truck, the first one, I was recording it. It don't make a real good video, but I was doing just for a record of it. I did all the West Coast runs on it. I did all the cities on the West Coast. I think it's got 5 cities where it's got registered. I hit all 5 cities with loads, and I was going to go to the Midwest, and I hadn't done that yet. I think I've played in the Midwest a few minutes, so I got 1 or 2 of them. But that's where I started, and I didn't know how. I'd forgotten. I run out of fuel time or 2 and stuff. And there's no way to correct yourself when you run out of fuel unless you got money, and I was broke. So I ended up having to quit the game right where I was at. But anyway, I'm going to try to fly this thing out here. Just a minute. That should give you exactly my live stream right now. 51 miles off the first fuel wall. Doing 110 knots. I was doing a little more, but I slowed down, make the fuel go further. Even though I had plenty of fuel. But just in case we get a headwind or something, I slowed down to stretch it. And I'm also running steam multipliers where I'm at. I checked that link does work. Me and my little 152 I've been flying for several years. I'm at 8,500 feet, but elevation out to the land out here is pretty high too, so see if the other check see if other VLRs on now. Might not be, but I can check it. Nope, they don't yet. If it don't come on by the time I get to the VLR in front of me, I'll turn to the exact heading and hold it till it does come on. Or till I verify they ain't gonna come on and find out why. TD10. Sound dog 10. Call sign. That's good enough right there. You don't Eastern hustle me, would you? Uh-oh. Player just joined. Got 3 players still in. No, it said left. He didn't join. Join the chat. Left chat. I'll get right in a minute. FSX pickup. Got him a pickup truck coming in? That's what he said. But they do make them, I think. People make them. I had a fire truck myself once upon a time. That would actually float across the water. Drive along the water and it float across it when you go under. Alright, we drifted just a little. We're off now by 3 degrees or 4 degrees. Come on over right to that green line back to the top. The wind's blowing us off line. Corrected a little bit right there. We got 38, 37 more miles, 38 ready to the VOR. We're doing pretty good. Maybe we'll be alright. Maybe finish the whole flight today. I don't have any timer tell how long I've been running. It might tell me in live stream page. I'll lose the sound when I mess with it. Got one viewer, that's probably me. Somewhere, I've got it on. Just a second. Come on, move. One watching, let's see where it tells how long I might have been on. Probably tells us, I ain't seen it probably. So 41 minutes from there to there. 0 here, but it shows 41 back there. I guess I've been on 41 minutes. Don't seem like I've been that long. Anyway, let me get rid of that page again before now I can come back to sound. All right. Player Jake Edwards has joined the game. There he is, number 4. Now, if we lose the server, I'll just go pre-flight and keep flying. I won't worry about picking it back up. Machine, I thought it wasn't going to boot this morning. I shut it down, rebooted it, it wouldn't come on. It took me 5 tries to get it on. It wasn't finding the hard drive. I'm running a street. I say that because it wasn't out in the hard drive. It wasn't going beyond, come up to the motherboard page and stop. It would never initialize Windows, so it probably wouldn't find a hard drive to do it. If it comes up to the motherboard page, it just was insignias on it. If it don't blink, it ain't coming on. It'll blink, that's when it picks Windows up. When it initializes Windows, it picks the video blink. And it wasn't blinking this morning. And I was in the process of trying to get into the setup when it did finally come on. I was messing with it, hitting the button, trying to get it to come up, and it wouldn't come up. Then it blinked, I stopped, and Windows booted. After that, I didn't mess with it no more. I closed out, restarted, closed out, restarted. It worked good, so I leave it on all the time. I think it confuses it or something. Put that OBS in front of the other page where I can see the run stop button. All right. back in here. We're doing roughly 110 like I got it set on. And we're at 8,500 feet. Horizon, we're flying level. Vertical climb, we're level. Everything looks good. We got mountains coming up on us. We may have to climb over. Let's use this right here for, well, it started a while ago and it didn't. Alright, we got some, they're not real bright red, but we got a bunch of mountains out there in front of us. I'm going to climb another 5,000 feet. Because them mountains are sort of red in front of me there. I think I can get across them, but I'm not real sure. I don't want to wait the last minute to climb. Now's the time. Let's put another 1,000 on the climb up to 9,500. There goes the throttle picking up for the climb. We don't have to climb that fast. Pull the airspeed down. See if it pulls it down or how much it pulls it down. As long as it's above 100, I ain't worried, or around 100. Looking good so far. 105. We can live with that. Practice. Maybe gaining speed back. We'll try to keep it above 90. Mountain in front of me is right there, the red streak right in front of my plane. That real harsh looking mountain right there in front of me, I do believe. Yep, that's the first string of mountains right there. And there you see the red on them. That's that string in front of me, which I think I'm already clearing. Plus I'm going to the left, just off the end of the red in that little opening. And the GPS says I am. Zoom it out like, whoops, the wrong way. Move it this way in. And you see more about what you're looking at anyway. There you go. It says everything's just fine anyway. We're going to climb that 1,000 and let it go at that. Humming like we need a little throttle on it. Let's close that right there. We don't need that right now. We're still doing over 100, so we're alright. Keep humming. In fact, it's done climbed back up to there. It might have just topped out. Whoop, where we at? Right there. It did. We topped that at 9,500. I'm going to stay right there for a while and see what happens. Sound better now too. She ain't humming like she was. Now we can also set the mixture. When she dies, I'll pick her back up. Right there about as lean as you can stand it. Actually, it's leaner than it should be, for sure. They burn it up, you lean it out that much and leave it. But not in mine, I don't have rhythm set very high. But it would. You have to back her down a little more. About 2/3 is all you get out of it. You can't push it all the way up. I'd run it right on the death line. But sometimes it does no effect whatsoever. Other times it does. However, they got the airfoil and the config drugs, what regulates all that. I don't play with the airfoil. Config, that part of it I don't mess with much. Sometimes I mess with the amount of, almost always the amount of RPM that comes up when you push the throttle up. I got that, I'm sure on this plane set as high as it'll go. It won't make it run faster, it'll make the engine catch up quicker. Helps you out on stalls and stuff. Alright, we should be clear of these mountains, but it's going to be close. I mean, it's going to be, the one on my right there don't really look that much clearer, but it is to my right. My wing is not going to touch its own thing. Here comes the F-18 Hornet. If he messes with me, he's a gone sucker. Coming up these mountains as we're playing. Center it sucker right there. Now we cleared the plane. Now will we clear the screen? It looks like maybe we're plenty high. But I could be wrong. It went on the screen, looks like. All that goes on the screen, you could got it made. Alright, we're on this side. We could go back down, except for the fact that the next mountain is this hour taller. So we're going to stay up here. Let's see where we're at now. Come on. There we go. Now we have drifted off. We're 14 miles from the VOR. I don't want to move. I don't want to move this. We drifted again. About 2-1 or 2-0? 2-1. Right there. Now once we fly through, we're going to 045. If the other was down, we could go 040 on the conditions now, since we know it's off on the first one. But this was actually done completely by a different offhand. I could have messed up more on one than the other, so we go to 045. That's my first thought. And we'll call it there. Let's see if our signal's on. What's in the green arrow? It's on. Alright. I'm not going to turn until I pass that signal, but it is on. We do have our second signal ready. Thought it would be ready the time we got here, but I wasn't 100% sure. It's about a 200-mile signal to get high enough. Let's see how far that was. $120 miles and 11 miles to this one. About 110 miles, that ain't bad. We came 90, we got another 110. We came 90 from the time where I checked it. We'll come probably at 95 at least. 10.5 miles. Like I said, when we cross over, we'll turn 045 and then see how bad we're off. Since we're not going to be using this anymore right now, we'll turn it to 045. My actual thoughts right now is 035 to 04, but I'm going to go on with my first chart was 045. We're going to stay with that. See how bad I miss it. 9 miles out of the VOR Wilson Creek. There wasn't no airport at Wilson Creek that I saw. Just something I can see where I know where I'm at. It's outside the plane. I still need to know where I'm at. Still 8 miles from me to Wilson Creek VOR. I'm gonna come to the left 2 more degrees. We'll keep that green line to the top as much as possible until I get to it. I need a cup of coffee or a glass of tea or something. Maybe I'll stop me in a minute. I can leave the plane flying, but I'll have to take off long to put me up a glass of tea. It is still light outside here. Whoa, what we got here? That guy, he's always doing something. What am I looking for? Oh, okay. It is 7:27 at my house on 8/28/2019. And we're headed straight to this big old mountain now. How tall is that mountain? Uh-oh. Let me get over here and eyeball this here. It says I'm clear. It don't look very clear to me. Barely. We're going to try it. 5 miles. The green arrow is moving to the left. I'm going to go 2 more degrees left, but I'm not going to chase that green arrow all the way. As far as I'm going to go. Fly straight through and turn as I get through it. The yellow arrow on the left needs to be lined on that out leg until I decide what I'm going to do. Once we turn in line, then I'll set up and change. And we have got an updraft off this mountain, and now we're coming back. It must push us up. We're coming back down, but we're only coming back down to the altitude in which I got it set. So if we get the VOR going to be on top of that mountain, look like me, I'm below the top of that mountain. I swear it does. Now, I swear it does. If you've got any sense, you climb another 500 feet, I believe. And I'm going to start climbing just in case. 2.4 miles. I could turn now and it would keep me. I might have been clear, but it sure didn't look much like it. Well, I've been turning a few degrees toward the heading I want. I'm clear of the mountain now. I can see it now. A while ago I wasn't sure, and I still ain't real sure. That's the reason I decided to climb at 500 more feet. I'm up here now at nosebleed height, and oxygen we don't have. You can stand it up here if you behave yourself probably, but you have to really pay attention. Alright, now we're going to watch the yellow needle on the left. And I want it about halfway line it with. If that don't hang my screen, we got it. Right there, of course, you got to worry about. Looks like we cleared it. Now what we're working on now is the out leg. Whoop, I got to change over. No, that's right, I ain't ready to change over. I don't want to change over yet. That's it right there. We just passed it. It's coming around behind us. The green needle on the right is showing it coming around behind us. It's about time for that yellow needle to start coming around. So we'll be cutting across the flight path to the other out leg here in a few minutes. As soon as we get it somewhat around that line, we'll start looking at the other VOR. Now we'll see how bad we missed it once we make a turn. I'm not worried about whether we miss it or not, as long as we find the signals. So far, we ain't missed a signal in a while. We've had concerns about a signal or two, but we always found see the yellow needle moving. I'm gonna go to 40 and then come on around as it comes around. As long as my heading bug is left of my radial out, it'll still work toward that line. It's coming down. Working toward it. As long as I keep the heading bug to the left of it, which is north of the radial. Coming on over there. We're just about ready to get her into that line. Coming up on 5 miles past it. I don't even believe in locking one less than 25-10 miles out. If you do, it'll fish back and forth. I'm not gonna lock it anyway, but if I did, I'd want to be up to 10 to 20 miles out before I locked it. It'll be more stable. It won't wiggle so much back and forth. All right, we're about to get that arrow line. We're only 5 degrees off of my proposed flight right now, and we're fixing to turn to 5 degrees and see how bad off we were. But I need to be dead on that line to be able to tell you how bad off I was. And the further we get away, the slower that yellow needle will move. but it's coming down. We actually close enough now. I'm gonna give it just another second too. I'm satisfied with it right now where it's lying. Alright, I'm gonna turn now because it takes a few minutes for it to turn also. Coming around. And that needle is lying good enough. Now we can see how bad off I was. We'll change the radio stack on L1. And we're off by, I told you I thought it was going to be back the other way. But I wanted to verify for myself how bad I missed it. I'm off by 7 degrees. Coming back. Line to the, make these the same. And break this up. We're through the one behind us. Okay, now we can set up our next VOR. If we don't stop, we'll be going to Salt Lake City next. 11680. What was that other? 1163, 1160. All right, 11680 next one. And we'll wait till we get to this one to actually use it. It became on. 80, not 00. I'm gonna check it. It ain't on. Okay. Well, I can give it a blow of a mountain or something on it. Now, from here on in, let's see what we got. There we go. The leg wasn't showing up. The leg's not showing up. It's supposed to be on that right now. Or it is off to the left. I wasn't seeing it. It's under the two or three blue VORs. From here to there, we got nothing in the way, but if we come down, there is some mountains in there. So I'm gonna come down a little because I don't like to be as high. I'm gonna drop 1,000 feet. I can go back up if I have to. Down to 9,000. We can always go back up. How's the fuel holding? You can't tell with the changing. You gotta wait till it levels off. Now that mountain in front of me looks a whole lot bigger than it did a little closer. I may be getting down too quick from here. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe I am coming down too fast. The GPS said it was clear all the way into Salt Lake City. It still says I'm clear, but that mountain sure don't look it. Of course, it might not be regulated yet either. Have to give it time to regulate itself before you know. The VOR in front of me now, that's the one I was talking about. It's off to the side a little bit from the one straight in front of Salt Lake City. That is the one I was talking about. That's Delta. Straight in front of me there. It's this side of the mountain string, it says. We're 100 feet, yeah, 100, okay. Now how far is it now? It's about 100 miles is what it was. 93 miles, you see 150 to the inside of the numbers. The VOR is 100. No, VOR is what? VOR I said was, I just looked at it. VOR is 92 miles. The inside the arch on that compass on there, inside the numbers, is about 150 miles. So we're good. Ain't no real mountains between us and there. That's what I'm saying. Out the front says it is. We can always circle and climb. We don't fly into them before we decide. Here it don't look too bad. It It don't look clear though, unless the VOR is this side of the mountain. 90 miles. I don't bet the mountain's gonna be 90 miles away. So we wait till we get there and decide. We fly around it over it. Off to the right, the clearing, a little trench right in the middle. A house I try to hit that little low place. So like I said, we could also climb at the last minute. We're leveled off at 9,000. We still should be doing 110. Right at it. It says level it down. Pitch is level. I'll be right back and get me another quick cup of coffee. Is it in there? Back, let me get outside this plane. We're looking pretty close now. Look, I can see the turtles crawling right there on the ground. I mean the little ones, not the big ones. And we still ain't met the top of that ridge yet. We're coming upon it though. We should be clear, but I swear we're looking a whole lot better. Okay, we're gonna try it. GPS says, actually GPS says I'm clear by about 2,000 feet. 1,500, 2,000. Where it turns red as you come under that. And we're not totally red. Pink, 1,000, 1,500 feet usually. I'm gonna take this hit for all a second. back on for a few minutes. Trying to eat me a oatmeal cookie cream peel. Sure good. I think it was Little Debbie's, I think. No matter who made them, they're good. A little more angle on that now. We made it across that mountain. Let's see what's next. We still got everything looks better up in here. Only thing you gotta worry about is being a cloud over the mountains. You don't see them when you get in them. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna see what we're doing. Ain't much out here to look at, is it? Wasn't for the mountains, it wouldn't be nothing. Come on, a ball of cotton here, look like. Get inside the plane, see what that does. Get inside the plane here. The cloud coming up. Got a little reflection off the plane up in that cloud, look like. On the windshield. Alright, I see the cloud through the mountain through the cloud at this point, barely. That do. There you go, coming into view now. Through that cloud now to the other side. What we got now? 73 miles to that VOR. How about off all for this direction? We could do it right here, just as we can there. We still can't tell what it was though. Here we can tell what it was. 37, 38, 1 degree. Come on over a degree. Put it to the top. Keep drifting off to the right. We gotta keep pulling back to the left. Come up on another mountain there. Man, that looks close. I'm gonna move a few degrees this way. As long as we got the electronics, we won't get lost by getting off our line. And always come back to it. Or change it a little bit. Look at that. It's too much there. That low place right there on that valley where I'm headed. Even though I believe I'm clear right now. GPS says I am. That may not be a low place, that valley. That cloud's laying down. No, that cloud's behind it. Or is it? Clouds behind us are alright. The clouds on this side of it may be hiding it. We're high though. I'll see them here. Best I can tell, but that could easily be a mountain covered in clouds instead of a sagging mountain. But that's all I got to go by is what my eyes sees. That and this. This says there's nothing out there to hurt me. Even across the tallers over, I should be able to cross them too. But I'm playing it safe and pulling off a little bit. I'm seeing them clouds is off down behind that mountain in the valley. Yeah, that's what it is. Clouds are below me down on the ground. Where are we? Need to know. 64 miles from the BOR at Delta. We're not going to stop at Delta. We'll go ahead and finish this flight. Just a second, I'll be right back. We're an hour and 16 minutes in right now, though. Maybe we ought to stop at Delta. I don't know. Make a 2-flight ride of it. Take the same plane and finish the flight tomorrow. We're an hour and 16 now, and we still got 20-30 minutes in the Delta. We may try to land at Delta. To me, it don't feel too bad, but when you go to watch a video that long, it's going to be, shoot, it's going to be right at 2 hours to Delta. But it's not any other airports out here that I know of. Not close to this line. So we're across that mountain now. We can get back on our line, which we're still good on the other side over here. Just come back to it. The yellow one's still sitting on it, ain't changed. Didn't fly off enough to change it. 60.5 miles. But must be something else I was reading first. I thought I read 0.5 and he come right after I said it. Probably 7. Got a thunder hit in front of us. A high top. RCB BMW 760 LT. Substituted by, I didn't get to see what it's substituted by. We may have a thunder bomber here. It looks like a thundercloud way it's bored up there. Dark at the bottom, way up on top. Not hearing much real loud sound all of a sudden. That changed the way of stuff there too. That blue line didn't go all the way across, it does now. Don't seem to be as loud as it ought to be. Hadn't thought about it a while ago, but it's probably got it turned back a little. I don't think. Put another page over here. No, everything's still wide open over here. There ain't nothing turned down. Everything's still wide open. My machine's been turning stuff down, so I'm talking like that. It's been cutting me back on my sound, but not the last few, not a day or two now. But get the sound back on. Checking the mixer, make sure it's all still running wide open. And it is. Probably got the sound turned down within FS6. The plane's not very loud. Yep. I should have turned it up before I started. So maybe a little quiet the engine sound like. I can hear them, but they don't always record that well. And I didn't think about it when I started. I turned it down for flying the 737 last yesterday. I think it was. Just get a little loud on the screen if I turn it down. So I hear people talking. A little turbulence going on. Alright, now don't break my plane. I think it pulled me down and climbed back up where it's down. But I brought them in here on Tuesday, so I may have to try that in a minute. Get the miles out. Like I said, we can find that airport, that Delta, we may just set this thing down, come back to it and finish this flight into Salt Lake City. We'll do a shorter flight, we'll be ours. More than likely. If I find the airport, they would. Well, that's only be there, I think. $45 miles out. Delta. We drifted just a little bit, look like. We'll bring us over to check our alignment right there, and I'll bring us over to Nashville. 360, 36. Still only one watching, I guess it's me. Well, somebody watch it later though. That's alright. Put this back to where it was, right there. Put this back in front of it, and then put my sound back on. It was off when I was going to playing the other screen. Change it without. I'll change the view without. Take a look here. Take a look. Change it without. Hold it down. It's still not real high. Look at the ground below it. I don't know what the altitude or depth is either. So we'll figure that out to get there. Like I didn't mark the airport. I'll check the one way the altitude. We'll fly over and figure out what to do once we find it. I'm landing like so long. That's all right. I don't think people will see me out there. There won't no mistakes there. Let me turn my hair using that one. That's what it is. Cloud below me, right down on the ground. Good minute delay or more between what I do on my game and what happens on the live stream. Cup empty again. Next thing we glad to see, that was all the coffee. I wait up on them over there. 33 miles out. Maybe all the, what we got in front of us? Nothing. Just everything. I'm gonna try to come down. I don't know what the altitude airport is. It shouldn't be more than 5,000. I'm gonna come down to about 7,500 if it'll let me. I'll watch the ground. And then fly on in there, 32 miles out. We got a Thunderbird 2 GA substituted by Boeing 737-800. Delta. Tanner has left. 2 left in here now. Uh-oh. A good cross breeze, look there. It blows me from around. That'll make you cough your boots up if you're flying. Especially when you're close to mountains. That's what gets you a lot of times. You get too close to mountains. It's sudden updraft or downdraft or cross breeze and slap you into something you can't get away from. Let's get up some regions off here to my right. But they're not on here yet. See there, it don't show none there either, so we should be alright. So right there they are, right there. See them? That's what I'm looking at. But they're not red yet. We're leveled off at 75. We're not coming down. We should be alright. Using this as a guide, we should be alright. 29 miles out. We're down low enough to get over behind these ridges when they look for that airport. If we don't find it, we'll have to go on one choice. Got 2 negative ones there as I looked at it. I just didn't get the information off of it. There wasn't one on the first view, it was the second one. I could have changed to a different airport there, but it didn't. Where I could stop 3 times to the beat. Alright, we're looking at that. Can't read that, I gotta move this thing here again. Hour and 32 minutes right now. Into the flight. We're going to stop. It's like finding I'm going to stop at Delta. Pick up another flight. Maybe that night or tomorrow. Finish it out into Salt Lake City. I wanted to go all the way in, but I don't want to be that other. How far is it? We said that. Let's see what it says. Let's see what comes on. It may not be far, I think. It ain't on yet. We're down behind the mountains or something. If I got it right, it ain't on yet. I'll be down behind these mountains on it, to be honest with you. I've already came down. It is a ridge before you get there. I know one way to find out, I think. No, it won't even. But it only won't tell me how far. It'll tell me what. I don't think it will. I don't know yet. I don't want to actually log it in. Lake City. No, it doesn't tell me how far. It just tells me where. Well, I don't want to log it in. Lord, I could find it. Few orders somewhere. I forgot how. It can be done, but I just forgot how. I kept going through the information to do it. See what it is, so I can zoom. So we're looking at 20 miles, there's 20. Right there. The VOR. Airport's not showing up. I hope it's airport there. I think it is. Seems like I saw one there. Not showing yet though. Let's see, make sure everything's alright. Yeah, we still straight in. Like another guy there, maybe get the signal maybe getting put on hold. We're still straight into Delta. If we don't see it, we'll pick up and go on. Still doing 110, down to 75 feet. Another thing I hadn't done is I hadn't pulled the mixture back up. As I come down, I'm still not that low there yet. Still got the mixture pulled out some. That's it, with 75 on. We don't need to pull the mixture back yet. Miles, getting close on now at the airport there, we're getting ready to see it. I'm gonna come down a little more. If we don't find it, we're gonna change this direction and then leave here and out of here in 005. And we're trying to get the other signal on. We don't have it on right now, but probably because we're below the mountain region. Where we at? Right here what I'm at. Oh, it is on now, yeah, okay. 110 miles from where we are now to Salt Lake City. If we don't find the airport, that's where we're headed. We should have plenty of fuel to make it. So we got there about 210 miles, but we're going to climb over that. That's sure they're going to cut it in half, but 10-speed got turned down again when I turned that sound up. Just 10-speed go, not nothing else. But it sure did it. Everything else, whoop. Google's turned down. That's alright there too. Everything's alright right there right now. So here, turn itself down again. So that's what I went through this morning. It could easily be back to doing what it's doing before the feet. That was working out pretty good over the last couple of phases. Alright. Heat left there. That's the last one. Oh, still got one. He came back in and left again, apparently. Where are we? We are 11 miles going in. I was coming down so I could try to see that airport that's out there. Down to 65. I don't know what the altitude is out here, but I don't care. We'll get right over the ground. I see a city off to my left there, I think. That's probably where that airport's at. Got one, I think it does. Alright, there's a red circle underneath the VOR. There's also an airport straight beyond it. Okay, a bigger one. I don't think the red circle is on the VOR. I know what the blue octagon is, I don't know what the red circle is. We could fly right on through that airport out there at the front. Time we get to the VOR, we should be able to see it. Place to our left. when I turn, that the airport will come into play. I got to turn more than that, but it'll come into play. We've done worked over a little bit off our line. Due to lack of pull on the wind, I think. 40 is about where that is. 41. Alright, we got an airport. It's ain't over 5 miles from that VOR. We should be able to see it easily there. That's the point on the VOR. There's a little lake, just a little snake lake, just beyond it. That lake is in a valley of a mountain. Look like, or at least some low land there. More back that way, I think. The wind is pushing off the direction now. We can get out below these mountain tops. Get up and back on the other VOR. Yeah, back on the first one. Back on our first. I'll come down another 500 if I can stand it. And we're looking for that airport as we turn. I see it already. We're going to go to the airport right down and call it a day. I see the airport. It's not on the VOR, and I went on the VOR. Watch the ground, we don't want to drag it around. Get to that airport ground, we'll set it down and call it a day. This will be leg 1 of the ship from level there. We'll do the rest of it after a while tomorrow. But we'll see that. As long as I see it, we got it moved. And we'll use the same signal to pick up and get back online. And we'll leave. Alright, we're down to there and we're still below the ground. Give me another 100 down. Let me see. I don't know what the altitude of the airport is. I have no idea. Will I see it? I'll probably put this on or not anything in there, I probably couldn't. So if I put this radio back in where those two radios are, more than likely, unless they're in separate. Sometimes it looks significant. They're a bit too small, we'll be able to see it there. I'll give it another 100 see what happens. Need to stay above the ground though. We're still looking like we got a little signal sort. A little much. The GPS just turned red due to altitude. Let's get rid of that. We're under 2,000 the GPS rates this time. And I'm going to slow this thing down a little. To about 90. Let's try 85. I don't want this thing to fly. I want me to slow it down a little. I'm going to drop the flap or two. And we got to find us a runway. So I see the approach light, but it don't tell me which direction the runway is on. Gives me an idea, but I think it runs straight out to the left of it. Yep, I see it now. Let's turn this autopilot off. Looks like all the lights is out. And get rid of it. I see the lights on. No. back down there. Getting them slapped for a woman that lifted my nose. There we go. The flaps could take more throttle now. Hang it on the wing. Coming in. Probably park this thing for tomorrow. My 152 scurry across Nevada and Utah. We're in Utah now. Have been since not long as we live. Light says I'm too high. We can change that though. We can change that altitude on her here. I don't want to do on the ground before I get there, but I do want to get within that light range. There we go, 202. Too low it says. I don't care. I see the airport, that's all I need. I just don't want to miss it. Circle I'm after right there. Back outside the plane, pick them clouds back up. Now, where is mine? Got a lot of buildings, but well beyond. I'm gonna cut across this. This light plane, I won't cut it through that much. See the concrete where to park this thing. I doubt I'll find an open hand like we just left that of. Probably wasn't from something. Could have chose the other runway to get more closer and touch down. But how will I know all this up over there? We could also, if we got fuel, we could top it off. We know we're in good shape for the next trip. We got enough right now. Should have. Yeah, I see a fuel pump already, I believe. We'll hit the taxiway now since we got one going in there. That may be a tower I'm looking at, not a... This airport here might have had some IRS or something too. Like I never pulled it up to find out. I do feel that's a fuel station where it is. I'm gonna go ahead and top this thing off. We didn't have to have fuel, but since we've stopped, I'm not gonna leave it without it. Because I could cut it in half and go and get half of it. Let's see where we're at. Before we get any closer to that pump, we're at 11 gallons. We had 20, 21 a while ago. Still got a half tank right now. We got plenty. But where the mountains are, probably they're all stay there. What I'm going to do is fill it full, and then before I leave, I'll cut it about 3/4. Right there. 23 gallon, what she holds? Well, probably 24. It's always showing. Let's go back there just a minute. There it is, see, 23. It was 23. Can you see what actually, there it is, no, it holds 24. It's just under 24 right now. I've seen 24 blink. Here it burns an ounce, then it takes it off there. As soon as it burns about an ounce, it will go to 23 plus. So leave it sitting up there. We'll handle tight ends enough for this one. That's my ass. Put a few bricks in the seat to hold it down tonight. Alright. Put it right there. I'm gonna go first to right here and make sure the lights are off. Now, you can't tell the other truck with it off or not looking at them. And we got those lights are all off, so if it's got lights they're off. And that wasn't on there, so it don't say on or off. All down's off, so let's see, blink right there is off. Now we'll turn these two off and bring the switch around to off. We'll go ahead and pull this out here to right there to next round. Okay. That's going to have to be the first leg of that flight. We'll fly the rest of it either tomorrow or tomorrow, whatever. But it's only a little over 100 miles left. So we got quite a few miles behind us already. There's a town dog to be going bye-bye. We'll catch y'all later. We'll fly another flight. Probably do a little hunting for then, though.